So, how's it going, everyone? Has to be good only. Now is not the time for you to get demoralized. Instead, you need to start acting on the subject audit. So, hi, everyone. I'm Yash Chandak, faculty for CA Final Audit, and I'm here to make this beautiful subject even more beautiful and the easiest for you to crack for CA Final May 2023. So, I'm here as a guide and will discuss audit planner how to go about the subject for May 2023 attempt. So I've divided the subject audit into four parts: professional ethics, peer review, quality review. Then the second part is all the standards, chapter 2, 3, 4. Then company audit, consolidated financial statement, LODR, and lastly all the other audits. So this part is really important, as well as this and this part specifically. And these two topics will mandatorily come, and company audit, the caro, is really important for you to go through it. So we'll start with professional ethics that will really get you into the flow of the audit, get you into flow of the subject. So start with the lighter chapter, professional ethics. Although light, I'm saying, but serious digging has to be done in the chapter, because 15 marks definitely you will see in your paper, and the level of the questions are increasing definitely, and also the digging has to be done. The way I have digged into all the free lectures I have uploaded on YouTube, my face to face batch I've uploaded entirely for free, so do make the most of it. I've digged into like anything. So professional ethics, you can start with these two chapters on a lighter note, then dig into another bulky chapters, kind of heavy chapters, I'll say: bank audit and insurance audit. Because there are so many topics in these two chapters which you not just have to read but also have to retain the same, right? So these two chapters you can take in between as a bulky heavy chapter. Once you have got into the flow of audit by reading these two chapters, then you can further take some these light chapters: company audit, consolidated financial statement. These are not that heavy chapters, bulky chapters, but rather, yeah, LODR is kind of heavy, but because of these minute points that you have to learn, limits and thresholds that you all have to learn, and then you can start giving the time for standards on auditing. So you got to complete all this chapter in this timeline only. You have to stick to the timeline I have given it to you. So whatever be your schedule, be it you are giving audit 3-4 hours daily with among with FR or SFM, or you're giving audit entirely the entire day, not concerned with that, but you need to stick to the timeline. You need to follow the deadline as well for each topic. But for standards on auditing, I am giving you full-fledged 3 days. I'll be giving you full-fledged 3 days. Why I'm giving you 3 days continuously? You have to rigorously do standards on auditing. Why? Because there are so many topics, there are so many answers which are interlinked among themselves. You'll find SA 500 answer, again same answer you will find in two different question of SA 505, and more question, one more essay. So that is why there are so many topics which have kind of similar points, and also you'll find essay 220, SQC1, kind of same answers. So that is why you need to do essays all at once, simultaneously you need to do, and also jot down all the questions that have kind of common points, kind of answers which have you may be confused with some different question, or you have to jot down all this. And you can jot down all this, you can link all this once you do the standards at once. You have to do standards and auditing at a full-fledged 3 days time only. Later in second revision, of course, you can do the standards in bits and pieces, like in professional ethics or in chapter 3. Among with chapter 3 we can do essay 315, and similarly audit planning you can do essay 300, and kind of this you can scatter a bit. But right now in the first revision you need to complete the series, all the standards, in these 3 days only. Then you can go for chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. These three chapters are really important, and you have to stick again to the timeline. Then you can start with other audits: NBFC, PSU, internal audit, management audit, operational audit, forensic audit, due diligence, liabilities of auditor, and lastly finish off with the tax audit. Really important chapter. Many students leave it, but not a chapter to leave at all. Really easy. I've uploaded the lectures. Do make use of it. Not that bulky, only 4 to 5 hours you need to give for text audit. You'll tend to recall it the best. And then again there is bullet revision video as well of 2 hours, which you can revise the entire text audit in 2 hours only. Same for all the chapters: bullet revision videos, separate playlist, and this regu fast lecture, which is kind of regular come fast track lecture, already there. on my YouTube channel. I'll again share the link of the playlist on my channel. You just have to search LIC audit on Telegram, and do follow this channel. Then and also like the video, like follow the channel and like the video, and do subscribe the YouTube channel as well for further comments and further contents. And this is your planner for CA final audit. I'll just share once again one more thing. This was my planner for CA final audit Super 10 batch, which I took multiple times during last two attempts. The timing used to be around morning 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So for those who are thinking of doing audit at once, the entire day they have to devote to audit only, then definitely you can follow. I mean, of course, the other subject also you can give for like 3-4 hours to SFM or FR or any other group 2 subject as well. But yeah, if you are planning to give the majority of your time to audit, then you can follow this planner as well, which I used to do in my Super 10 batch, and that is really really effective. I'm telling you, the batches, almost most of the student cleared in the from this Super 10 batch. We used to sit from 7 a.m., we used to take a break of 15 minutes around 10 a.m., and then again a lunch break of around 1:30 to 2. That is it. And then around 4 p.m. we used to finish off the day, and in after 5 days we used to revise the subject and also give test. So this is really important. Test you have to give, and then again 3 days, and this 3 days. So this used to be a face-to-face batch, so not much of an issue for concentration. But now since you'll be seeing this on YouTube only, so you'll find these two lectures as a demo lecture only on YouTube directly, and other lectures you can just search on my channel. But yeah, you got to bring some discipline. You need to be self-disciplined, and also the concentration doesn't have to be hampered at all. So you can stick to this timeline, also fill the dates like you want to do, and you can easily complete audit in 14 days, I'm saying. And again, after completing 14 days, you need to give 2 days more to finish off the subject entirely. Again, 2 days you will seriously gain some serious confidence in the subject. And then we'll just talk about few tips and tricks for you to keep in mind while revising the subject. So do not just read the topics. Don't have to read the topics and then hiding the topics with your hand and then recalling the same in your mind. No, that won't work for long. You need to retain for long term. You need to retain for long term concepts, to tricks, images, stories, mnemonics, anything. You try to just retain the topics for long term. Even you can link with you some of the questions. You can write the questions in front of your table, and then you can recall the topics again and again. Even you can link with some practical exposure that you might have been exposed to few topics. You can discuss out with your friend, you can discuss with me if you want to. But do not just read then just move ahead, right? You got to discuss with your friend. You got to retain for long term, for tricks, through images, through stories, through mnemonics, everything. Everything's already there in the Sampoorna itself. Sampoorna book, it's there for you to kind of, for you to also do the self study. But also there is question and answer as well just beside the topic for you to get to know how the topics are tested. But you need to bring the kind of mindset that no, I don't just have to read the topics and then move ahead, right? And then still, if you're not able to retain, just write the answer in a page, complete answer, write down with your pen, and then click a photo and send it to me. I'll try to memorize it for you. Once you will only memorize by just writing it. Still, if you're not able to retain, then do send it to me. I'll try to make something or the other. We'll discuss out the topics, and then definitely you will retain the subject. Also give test series 1 along with the first revision, and test series 2 with after second revision, not along with but after second revision. Why I'm telling you, I'll discuss this test series in a separate video with all the other clarification as well. There are so many doubts with students, so I'll discuss it out with a separate video. The link will be shared in this description. Do watch that video, really really important. There are so many doubts of the student. I'll clarify in that video as well. But lastly, stick to the timeline. This timeline has to be followed for you, otherwise you will lose on the days, you lose on the topics, and you lose on the other subjects, FR, SFN. There are so many other topics as well. So strictly I'm saying audit has to be the vast subject after FR or after DT. But you got to give time, not just this many hours. This is like the hours which I have assumed that you will see the lecture around 1.5 speed, and also then again quickly revise by yourself, self revision. So that many hours I have given you after seeing my video duration. So this many hours you have to stick to. Just if you are watching the lecture, then watch the lecture and also revise, like completely revise by yourself also. But if you're not revising with the video, then also you got to stick to this timeline, right? So there it is. I'll just do what I'll completely arrange this all these chapters in my playlist as well in the same manner which I have written down. So you'll find the playlist link in the Telegram channel. Do subscribe to that channel as well. Follow that channel. Search LIC Audit. LIC Audit this LIC Audit. You can also click through the link. I'll share this PDF in that channel only, Telegram channel. So subscribe the channel. Hit the bell icon. See you in the next video with some clarifications also. Uh, yeah. So take care. Bye bye.